Good morning, Yvonne.
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad we can hear each other now.
Totally, right? Thank you so much for your patience and for taking the time to talk to us. We appreciate it.
No worries.
First of all, before we get started, I just got to say thank you so much for Chuck. My friends and I loved the show and would get together and spent a summer catching up a couple friends who weren't familiar with it before the final season. We did viewing parties every Friday to close it out and just made a lot of memories. So love that show. It's my favorite of all time. So thank you so much for being a part of that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I got to say, you have, if you don't mind me saying, I think you have one of the best smiles in the business. But your roles always seem to lean towards the dramatic and stoic characters. Is that just kind of how it worked out, or do you kind of lean towards the dramatic?
I do lean towards the dramatic. I enjoy it. I enjoy the different levels of emotions that you get to explore in dramatic roles, and now I'm sort of tackling a villainous role with a lot of complexity, and it's someone that I don't necessarily relate to, so that's been the new challenge of my life.
I think it's safe to say that your new series, The Handmaid's Tale, and this new character, I mean, it's heavy material. What kind of drew you to this project and the character of Serena Joy?
Well, I mean, I love heavy material, and I there's an element of tragedy around it that I really enjoy, but the biggest thing about what initially drew me to it was that there was so much going on in between the lines when I first read the pilot, and there was so much tension and so much mystery behind Serena Joy. And of course, you know, I read the novel then, and then we sort of dove into season 1. And it's been really, really enlightening and incredible, but also daunting to play someone who has so many layers and so many dualities and things sort of that fight within her. You know, I always saw Serena as someone who, even though she was one of the people who constructed this new society that she is living in, she's also now oppressed in it, and she is also too trying to survive in a society. So, you know, I see her as someone who's been stripped of a lot of different things, maybe not so much as the handmaid, as Alfred, but there's definitely a lot of things that she has to negotiate in her new life.
Well, as you're kind of saying, the negotiation, seeing that I'm a few episodes into the series, and just kind of seeing the different motivations behind people, you're kind of like, why would someone go along with this? Mm-hmm. You know, and kind of feed into this system. How is it on set kind of with everybody, with these different levels of tension? And I mean, just watching, it's kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. You don't know if somebody's going to snap in the next second. It's like you don't know really what to expect. What is kind of the dynamic with the set and all the different layers to these characters?
The set is great. I mean, we have a great time on set. I know the material is very heavy and it's very hard to watch, but you know, at the same time, we're normal people, and we're going to work, and we're doing our jobs, and trying to make a great TV show. So. There's that aspect of it, but at the same time, you know, we're having really thoughtful discussions, and that's part of the reason why it's been enlightening, is because I've been able to work with such amazing actors, you know, like Elizabeth Moss and Joseph Fiennes and everybody else who's in the show, and we're having all these conversations because the show and the novel that the show is based on, just it brings up so much, and it's so relevant in so many different ways, and it speaks to people on so many different levels, that it just sort of seems endless, you know, what you can really target and talk about when it comes to The Handmaid's Tale.
And while it may be a TV series, I think in these kind of times of unrest, it's easy to see shades of a possible future, you know, in the themes. What do you hope viewers are taking away from this series?
You know, I always said I hope it was a conversation starter. It's a pretty good one. I think the show reflects people's fears in what is going on in the world, and especially Americans living in this current state of politics that we're in right now here in this country. And so I think it definitely starts a lot of those conversations and focuses a lot on women's rights and women's issues that are coming up in the media, especially since the election, because the show is all about women losing their rights. So I love that it's starting all those conversations. I'm getting so much feedback just even from friends and family and emails of people who I haven't heard from in a long time, just saying, wow, this show is amazing, and I'm gripped. And that's not something that comes along too often, you know, that you get to be part of something that is not only really entertaining and awesome to watch, but that people are really shaken by it, and because it is speaking to them, and there's a real parallel between real life and the show.
It's definitely a gripping series and worth the buzz that's going around it. Another project you have coming up that's got a lot of buzz. I'm excited to see that you joined the new Predator movie. Yeah. Anything you can share with us about that project and what to expect?
No, I'm not allowed to share anything at all. I wish I could talk about it. I mean, I'm excited to be part of it. That's about all I can say. I've worked with Shane Black before, the director, so it was nice to see him again and work with him again. That's always a real treat. So, but yeah, as far as anything else in my role, I can't really talk about it.
All right, fair enough. But I assume you haven't made your way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin yet, but it's summertime, which means our mind is on Summerfest, the world's largest music festival, is coming here. Mm-hmm. Just curious, what is your ultimate concert that you've attended or that you would love to go see?
My ultimate concert, you know, first of all, I have never been to a music festival.
What?
That's my confession to you. I have never been to a music festival. So I think I should put that at the top of my list, first of all, in terms of what type of concert I should go to. I should go to a music festival and see a bunch of different concerts at once.
Well, you can certainly make your first Summerfest, so stop by Milwaukee anytime. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much, and we look forward to more episodes of The Handmaid's Tale here on Hulu every Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good luck with all your future projects.
Thanks very much.
You know, I was thinking fertility as a national resource, reproduction as a moral imperative. I think that's a really interesting idea, and it could make for a great second book. Or not. I honestly didn't think that I would ever write another book.
You should. It's a great idea. That's a little joke is. Thanks.
What?
It's happening. They issued the orders.
When?
3 weeks. Congress first, then the White House, and the court.
Praise be.